Okay, so this is Starground. I think this, I found this on, I forgot where, like, Gaming on Linux posted about this on Mastodon, which is how I found this, and I think it's a pretty cool idea. I've not played really far yet, and I just think the controls are really getting in the way of just doing anything in this game. So you can see the controller overlay there, which is nice. So basics of like all of this is fine, right? This feels good. Shooting with the trigger. That for the menu. One thing that really should be there is that, so you can navigate this like that and hit A to close, but you can't hit B to cancel. Right? There's no dismiss button, and this is something that really should be in any menu, right? We are so used to B to cancel, because right now you have to always navigate to resume and whatever. Because here there's actually, oops, in this menu there's B to cancel, which is good. I find B to open this menu and A to open that, and that is something else. I'll get to that. But yeah, these buttons to switch, fine. The back button, all the way down in the bottom left, is barely visible on Steam. Like, it's completely unreadable on Steam Deck. And even here, like, the consistency of the sizes of things is just all over the place. Oh, okay, so this is back apparently. That, yeah, okay. Typing like this is gonna be a chore. Or just open like the Steam controller menu. If it's, you know, when you're actually playing on Steam, whatever. So yeah, in this menu, I noticed that there is actually no control by default for rotate building. I had to set this manually. It is set to R, so you can only rotate on keyboard but not on controller. Obviously it needs to be fixed, because this like makes the whole game pretty much unplayable if you can't rotate stuff. I would also suggest, because right now when you're building, you can move like this, which is nice, and you can move like that, but this is kind of strange, I find, because now if I go to the top right, it will go like this, so it actually just changes the origin of where I'm placing things, which I guess can be interesting. But I find it more counterintuitive, because if I accidentally press this or whatever, or I want to align something here, let's, so it's aligned there, and now I want to, okay, I don't want to move it there, I want to actually move it to the right. I go to the bottom right and I just can't rotate my player, right? It's pretty much like, I find this very counterintuitive. I don't like that too much. I think it would make much more sense for the D-pad to be used to just set the direction of things, right? Oh, now I actually bound it to the same button. Yeah, that's not good. I know also you can't open the menu when you're in like certain states, right? When I'm here, I can't press escape or the menu button to open the menu. I have to press B first. Go in here. These menus just in general, right? If I'm going up, you have to scroll for so long, which is really awful on a controller. If you can't hold to scroll, which I can't, I always have to do each one manually. And you can see that when I'm scrolling off the bottom, I select the reset, and now when I go down, it's very janky, honestly. I guess this button, now it's set to A. Now it's set to N. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the controller input here. Yeah, and I can't press B to exit here. This really needs to be fixed a ton. Look at that, I go right and it goes down. There's so many things like that. Now I go left, it goes nowhere. I have to go up here. Okay, if I go right, yeah. I'm being a bit more critical because, this is, I understand it's early access, but I paid money for this, so I'm expecting that I can use it on a controller when the game claims it's playable on a controller. So Now I can rotate, hopefully. No, I can't, because this is switching this again, even though there's no bind for this. It's switching that now. Great. Let me just build this here. Well, that's also kind of annoying, right? I want to align it there, then I want to go with a finger to the A button, and now it, okay, now it's there, but often it just, I guess this is like stick drift or something, but I don't really, this is a new controller. Right, I have to hold down the button, and now I can press A. Yeah, that's not great either. My main pain points really though are in these menus, because these menus are, you know, the whole game is pretty much about inventory management and stuff like that. So these menus need to be much more functional than they are right now. For example, if I want to put something, if I want to grab that biomass out of there, I have to go up there somehow. Okay, so if I'm on this item, I can go up, and now I'm here. If I now go up, I select the gear. I have to press I can't even go there. I have to go onto the sort button, which in my opinion doesn't look like sort as well. I have to go here. Now I can press up, and now I can take it, and there is no button to just take it from the menu. You have to, oh god, go there, press A, go down, put it on your stack wherever it is. Also, these two things look way too similar, just color-wise. Now I have it. Okay. Now I can put new stuff in there, and it's selected the processor. And yeah, there's just so much stuff like that, where you just want to select something, and it just, you know, I want to go up or right, and it just doesn't select the right thing. And you have to do really convoluted ways to select things. I played on a Steam Deck for an hour on this world, and that was a really frustrating thing there. Another thing is saving. I don't care about the name, really. Right, I find that, I mean, now I actually have something and I can press override. First of all, this should just select a yes by default. I find that I would expect that you name the world when you create it. I found it really strange, you know, I'm on a Steam Deck, I open a save game, and then it just presents me with enter a name, and I'm like, what? And it doesn't even open the Steam Deck keyboard. And I can't press B now, great. Yeah. Another thing that I'm just unsure about, this is more like just general game feedback. I have no idea how to put stuff into my bar down there. It always says plus, but how do I move it down there? You have to press like keys on the keyboard or something? No, that is just like user interface wise unintuitive. Can I move it? I can move it there like that, so it is possible, or is it? It's still here. Now it's there. What? Oh, you just assign it to one. It's not a slot, or I guess. Okay. But I can't do this with a controller, can I? Oh, this is another thing. When I'm in like mouse mode, in keyboard mode, right? The game seems to have modes and seems to switch between. Oh god, I gotta limit my frames. I just noticed that. Why is this on unlimited by default? Gotta limit this to my refresh rate. There we go. Yeah, when I'm in mouse mode, I can walk with the stick now, but I can't look. Right? If I'm trying to look with the right stick, it doesn't do anything. I have to press some other button first, and then it switches into mouse mode, into controller mode. So it seems like the switch from different modes doesn't listen to the stick on the right or the left, or any of the sticks. It just listens for button inputs, which is just a little oversight, probably easy to fix. Yeah, other things like some of the keys are bound a bit weirdly. I find that like left trigger to open a menu is just strange. right? Like you press the up D-pad on the right to open your own inventory. So why not just reuse that same button, right? When you're near something and it shows you press Y to open this, and you press Y, you just open the same menu. Why does it need to be in a separate button? That feels very counterintuitive for opening menus. Like left trigger is not a menu button in my own mind. This one is fine. Now this research menu is really strange, I find. First of all, on Steam Deck, a lot of these menus are just kind of unreadable in general. Like this one is fine. This one is as well is kind of unreadable, and the scroll bar is now just like not pretty, but that's, you know, whatever. But this here, so you have to select things you want to research by just pressing B anywhere, and then you go to the research center, and now you can put stuff in there. But if this is all done, then it gives you a button to open the research center, like to open the research menu here. Maybe I've just not played it for long enough to understand why you would ever want to open this menu, or like, you know, what benefit is to having this menu available even when you're, you know, not near this thing. I would just assume that you have to first build this, and then when you open it, it gives you the research menu, and then you can like contribute items to it. But I would assume that this was just one menu, because right now it's like scattered in a weird way, and the back button is the research. I feel like if the research wasn't bound to B, right, then you could put rotate stuff on B, because I don't know what to bind it to now, honestly. Yeah, this research menu, I guess I can bind it to, like if I press A now, it just binds it to A, so I can't even rebind stuff. I have to go with the mouse, press that, no, press the, doesn't listen to that button, I guess. Okay. What other buttons do I have for this controller? I guess I can put it on like that. That feels wrong. But okay, let's put this on B. No. But now my mouse is invisible. I'll just always leave the mouse visible unless you're in controller mode. Right, but once I'm moving the mouse, it should become visible. So now I can put this on B. Okay. Yeah, there's no need to have this like a tiny little scroll list. This can be a full screen thing here, guys. Okay. So now B is set to this. So also the focus effect here is like really hard to notice because it's being cut off. I see that it's just the Godot default border, which is also not pretty. But yeah, this menu produces some improvements too, with how you see what's selected. What was that? Yeah, so if I have this, I can now press B to cancel. Great. What do I bind this to then? Also, there's just so many buttons that don't have binds, it seems like, right? Like, is there a bind for this? No, there's no bind for cancel action or something. And I mean, there shouldn't really be, but then there should be some controller bind for rotating stuff. Yeah, what I would really do is just use the D-pad for that, right? When you're in build mode, D-pad to rotate things to that direction. That makes things so much easier. Yeah, I don't know how to rotate stuff now because this doesn't, there's no button that I can assign this to. I guess I can put it on like grab item F. There's also no controller option for that. So research menu, I put it back on B. And then rotate building, I guess I'll just put it on, not on A, on like left stick. I can press escape to cancel. Why can't I press like B? Because Godot's default actions have that actually assigned. So now I can hopefully build things. what is... Do I have to... Is pressing the stick down also bound to something else? Oh, come on. How do I build then? That sucks. And now I have to hold down the thumb with that so I can actually press A, because otherwise I can't, like, if I want to go back, I can't place anything. There you go. I don't have enough of these anymore, okay. Gotta burn some more stuff. Yeah, one thing that I would really like also is just, if you're in the menu, you can press something like Y or whatever. Y just closes the menu right now. You can just press some button, or maybe the up arrows or whatever, to insert something into the slot, right? You hover or you go over some wood, you press a button, it's inserted. Also the 6 next to the fuel tank is unreadable on Steam Deck. And just, even on my big 4K screen, I can, like, it is so small. Okay. Yeah, so, you know, just hover over something, press a button, it's immediately inserted, and don't A, and do that. And the same thing with all of these, right? To insert here, just press a button, it's inserted. And then press another button to extract, right? Like X to extract, X extract, and Y to insert. Because you're micromanaging these menus so much, and I get the point is to automate stuff, but still, like, the whole game is about, like, menus and mining and things like that, right? These menus need to be fluent. They need to be easy. And right now I'm just completely fumbling my way around these menus, fighting them more than I'm just seamlessly using them. Which is not a great user experience. And I want to enjoy this game, right? I'm pretty passionate about it. I think this is a really cool idea. But on the controller, it's right now just pretty much unplayable. There's so much friction with everything. Yeah. So that's pretty much my controller feedback for this game. I hope that, you know, it's taken to heart. I'm sure that a lot of these things are already known. I just wanted to point them out, and maybe there's some that wasn't known. But yeah, these basic controls they feel fine. But all of the menu stuff it's just really strange. Also, just how you, like, go towards something and, like, open the menu. I don't know how is this on the keyboard. Okay, you just hover over it and then press right click. Yeah, I can see how a lot of these things were just like poorly translated from the controller, right? You just hover over it, press right click it, and you open it. And it's so much easier to just do things. Yeah, so there's just a lot more controller consideration needs to be done, I guess. Yeah, I can just take it, right? That's so much easier. I'll put it in there. Okay. Yeah, I see. This is much easier. But I would still like to play this. This is a perfect controller game, right? When I first opened this, I was like, yeah, this is a controller game. I'm gonna play this on my Steam Deck, and I was shocked that the controller is just a second-class citizen. Alright then.